Today I'm going to walk you through how to submit various types of alternative analyses or AAs on CalSAFER. CalSAFER is a data management system maintained by the Department of Toxic Substances Control that operates as the information center for the regulatory activities of the Safer Consumer Products Program. Responsible entities such as manufacturers, importers, assemblers, or retailers who are responsible for complying with the SCP regulations can use CalSAFER to submit any of the notifications or reports associated with compliance. As you can see on the screen, there are 7 different kinds of alternative analyses. We have the preliminary AA, the final AA, the abridged AA, the alternate process AA work plan, the previously completed AA report, the AA addendum, and the revised AA report or work plan. I will now briefly go through what each of these different AAs entail so you can learn a little bit more about the differences between them. The first kind of AA is a preliminary AA report. After you submit your priority product notification, you should begin drafting your preliminary AA, which includes the results of the first stage AA and an AA work plan for the second stage AA. Next, we have the final AA report. This contains the results of the second stage AA and includes a selection of an alternative which is supported by comparative analysis. Now there are a few other AA options. Although the two-stage AA process is defined in the SCP regulations, there is some flexibility to use different approaches when conducting an AA. All of the different options have different requirements, and these requirements are specified in the SCP regulations. So first we have the abridged AA, which an RA submits if it concludes that a functionally acceptable and technically feasible alternative is not available. Next, we have the alternative process AA work plan. This work plan differs from the Safer Consumer Products regulations, but does compare the priority product and the alternatives using the same relevant factors specified in these regulations. The last option is a previously completed AA report, which is either an AA conducted or obtained by the responsible entity or a publicly available AA. Next, we have the AA addendum. After a final AA report or an abridged AA report is received by DTSC, it is posted for public review and comment. DTSC will review the issues raised in the comments and determine the ones that require further attention. The AA addendum will address each of the comments we've signified needing further attention. Lastly, we have a revised AA report and a work plan. If the department issues a notice of deficiency, the responsible entity must submit a revised AA report or revised work plan. If after submitting the final AA report, the responsible entity selects one or more alternatives that differ from the alternatives identified as the selected alternatives in the final AA report, the responsible entity shall submit a revised final AA report to the department. Because the process for submitting each of the 7 AAs in CalSAFER is the same, I will just be focusing on one type of AA for this video. So to submit any of the AAs, we're going to go to CalSAFER and we're going to submit. Then we're going to go to the section called Alternatives Analysis Reports. And we're going to click on whichever AA we plan on submitting. For this video, I'm just going to focus on the preliminary AA. But like I said, the process for submitting each of the AAs is the exact same. So the first page you're going to go to when you submit an AA is called the Introductions page, and this is a very important page because it's going to list some really important timelines and other components of the reports. For example, for the preliminary AA, you can see that the due date is no later than 180 days after the date the product is listed on the final priority products list. It's also going to give you what the report must include and a link to the Safer Consumer Products regulations, where you can read more about the AA report that you're submitting. Once you've carefully read through all this, you're going to press Continue. Next is the Responsible Entity Information page, which includes contact information from you and your entity. This information should pre-populate in the fields based on the information you entered in your priority product notification. When I go to Selected Entity, select Responsible Entity, which is what I'm calling my entity for this video, all this information pre-populates. You want to make sure it's correct, and then you're going to select your business type. I'm going to select manufacturer, and again, your personal information should pre-populate. So you just want to make sure this is correct, and then press Save and Continue. Now you must select the product chemical combination or combinations from your priority product notification. If your product is associated with 2 chemicals, the product must be listed twice, once for each chemical. For example, if your product contained both TCEP and TDCPP, your product would be listed twice. Because I only selected a product with TCEP, my product is only listed once. So once I make sure that this is the product I want my preliminary AA report to be on, I'm going to press Save and Continue. Next, you must declare whether your preliminary AA contains at least one related supporting document developed in part or in whole by a consortium. Please note that if the name and contact information for your consortium has already been entered, select the associated consortium from the table below. If not, click Add Consortium after pressing Yes. So as you can see, there are no consortiums listed because I have not entered any in. So I'm going to press that I have a document created by consortium, so yes. And then I'm going to go ahead and enter in the consortium information. Once you've filled out all of your consortium information, you're going to press Save Consortium. As you can see, you can add another consortium if you'd like. I'm not going to do that for this video, so I'm just going to press Save and Continue. The Supporting Documents page is where you will upload your alternative analysis or your preliminary AA report in this case, and you should also submit any other related supporting documents. You must upload each document as a PDF and provide a title for it before saving the documents. If your document contains a trade secret, make sure to click this box. And when you do, you'll notice that the redacted supporting document popped up. This allows you to submit a redacted version of your supporting document to protect your trade secret information. You should also signify whether your document is a consortium document, which I am going to say yes it is for this video. So now I'm going to upload both documents and give them a title. Then I'm going to press Save Documents, close. Like before, you can add additional documents. And once you've uploaded all the documents you wish to upload, you're going to press Save and Continue. If you indicated in the last step, like I did, that your document contained trade secret information, you'll be prompted to select your redacted document once you press Add Claim Document. So I'm going to select that redacted document. Next, you must download the trade secret claim questions and answers. Fill that document out, save it as a PDF, and upload it right here. Then we're going to press Save Documents. And once all the information is correct and we've uploaded all the documents we want to, we're going to press Save and Continue. Next, you must carefully review the information you've entered in the previous steps to ensure it is accurate. So we're going to go line by line and make sure everything I've entered is accurate. Once that looks right, we're going to press Save and Continue. The final step is for officials at your entity to certify that the attachments you've included were prepared or compiled under their direction to ensure the submitted information is true, accurate, and complete. Each person can certify this by including signatures in the attached supporting documents or clicking the I certify checkbox and entering in their full name. Please note that each name must be included in the user profile. You can add users to your profile by clicking on the user icon, then going to Activities, and clicking Add User to your activity. I'm going to go through really quickly and certify. Responsible entity is the name on my account, and I'm going to fill that in to each box. However, when you do this, there may be different names. Next, you must enter in the submitter and company information. You can populate this by clicking the My Information and the Company Information box. Then we're going to submit. By clicking Yes here, your preliminary AA will be sent to the Department of Toxic Substance Control for review and will no longer be able to make any further changes. Once you're sure that your preliminary AA is ready to submit, we're going to press yes. And once you do that, you will receive an email notification. Once you receive this window, your submittal has been successfully sent. You know you are all good to go. Thank you so much.